students, I think we were discussing simple harmonic motion in the previous lecture. Do you have any problem in that? Is it okay for you? So should I continue to next part in the next part? Next, in today's lecture, we will be discussing about the velocity. हाँ जी, hello. Hello. We will be discussing about velocity and acceleration of SHM. Let us now start this topic. Okay, students, in the previous lecture, we have discussed that the position of SHM X is changing according to this expression. X is equal to A sine omega t.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, beta, please.
ਸਰ ਅਟੈਂਡੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਲਿੰਕ ਸ਼ੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ।
ਤੁਸੀਂ CSA1 ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ?
ਨੋ ਸਰ CSA2
A2 ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ। This was the equation of variation of the position of an object which I attached with a spring, and it was varying like this. A is called amplitude, we know this. Omega is called angular velocity. Theta is called initial phase. We also call it as EPO. So this is equation number 1. Let us say now velocity of the object which is giving vibration is given by rate of change of position. I think you would agree with me. So now it will be A is a constant quantity. So it will be A, yes, omega cos omega t plus theta. This is equation number 2. So this is a relation between, this is the expression, this expression tells us variation of velocity with respect to time. So please see that this is the amplitude, or amplitude is the maximum value of a quantity. So A is maximum value, A is nothing but it is maximum value of X. This is called position amplitude. Position amplitude, its name is position amplitude. Actually what we call it to be simply as amplitude. I think you should agree with me and you know this. Similarly, this is the maximum value of velocity. So A omega, it is maximum value of velocity and we call it to be velocity amplitude. Velocity amplitude. So you can see their amplitudes are different. Now what is this quantity? This is the angular frequency of position. This is the frequency with which position will vary. Now you can see the frequency here is also omega. So our conclusion is that X and V have equal frequency in SHM. Now, what would you say about V? Please tell me, when a particle is describing SHM, I asked you a question. It is a question that you should answer me. So, this is the question. When a particle is describing describing simple harmonic motion, then what is being described by its velocity. Now you should give me the answer. I give you two options. Is it, please remember, particle is describing motion and velocity will describe motion or oscillation. Give me the answer. Out of these two, only one is correct. Yes? Any student?
No, sir. Value है sir. Oscillation.
Okay, the correct answer is oscillation. So please see that this equation is of SHM, simple harmonic motion, but this equation is of SHO, simple harmonic oscillation, because velocity is a physical quantity and position can be related to an object. Position is of object, velocity is also of object, but velocity is changing its values, so it means it is simple harmonic oscillations. Velocity values are positive, negative and zero, and these are repeating again and again after a certain interval of time. And please see what is the phase difference between velocity and phase difference between position and velocity. Please tell me what is this phase difference. If you see here, you can see it is sine, and you can see here it is cos. What should be the phase difference?
Sir, pi by 2.
Pi by 2. Very good. It is pi by 2. And anybody who can tell me which is ahead in phase? Position or velocity?
Velocity.
Velocity. Because you know that cos omega t plus theta can be written as sine of omega t plus theta plus pi by 2. So you can, instead of this equation, you can also write a velocity as, yes, a omega sine of omega t plus theta plus pi by 2. I will use the symbol phase, phi for phase. So this is a phase of velocity and this is phase of position. And what is the phase difference? It will be phase of velocity minus phase of position. But please remember, you can use this formula only if there is either sine in both of them or either cos in both of them. And when you will put these values, you will get omega t plus theta plus pi by 2 minus omega t minus theta, that is pi by 2. So therefore phi b delta phi, which is equal to phi b minus phi by x, it is pi by 2. Therefore we can see phi b is greater than phi x, or velocity leads ahead phase position, velocity leads ahead position by a phase difference of pi by 2 radian. Is it okay, students? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let us now go to the next page. So let us now go to this page and we see that we have found this value of x, that was actually a sine omega t plus theta. Then we can have this equation which was v, it was equal to a omega cos omega t plus theta. Now we are going to find what is the acceleration of SHM. Acceleration of SHM. So acceleration is actually derivative of rate of change of velocity with respect to time. If you take the derivative of this equation, it will become a omega square, and sine omega t plus theta, of course there will be minus sign. And if you know that this is minus sign, we can write it like this: a omega square sine of omega t plus theta plus pi. So therefore acceleration is ahead of x by phase angle pi. So there is a phase difference of pi between position and acceleration. Now you can also note that the frequency here is omega, frequency here is also omega, here is also omega. Its meaning is x, v, a all have same frequency. Meaning of this is, in if it means if x takes time, let us say t, to start repeating its values, so does v and a. So if in 1 second, let us say one vibration is completed, then in 1 second repeat x will take complete all its values, v will complete all its value, and a will also complete all its values. But in 2 seconds x will repeat its values twice, and this will also repeat its value twice, it will also repeat its values twice. Let us now draw the we draw it graphically, that is graphical description. Okay, we know that x is equal to a sine omega t plus theta. Theta is called initial phase. Suppose theta is equal to 0 degree. So if theta is equal to 0 degree, then x becomes a sine omega t. Now what is the meaning of theta is equal to 0 degree? It is called initial phase, it is also called EPO. What is the significance of theta? The answer is theta tells us, the initial phase tells us how motion will start, how motion has started. So for example, I have taken theta is equal to 0 degree. What is the meaning of this? How the motion has started? So please know that whenever motion will start, that will be the starting point of our problem. So at starting point, let me write down the complete equations. So when theta is equal to 0, x will become this, v will become a omega cos omega t, and a will become minus a omega square sine omega t. So at starting, so let us see what happens starting. At starting t is equal to 0. So from these three equations we can see that x will be 0, v will be a omega, and a will be 0. So therefore the motion, because it is x is 0, so it means initially object was at equilibrium position, so motion started from mean position. So this theta is equal to 0 tells us that motion starts from mean position. And motion can start from mean position, although I discussed this example with the spring, but just to make the things more clear, I will be now describing it with the help of a simple pendulum. So before starting of the motion, it was at the mean position here. So initially the pendulum was here, so that is t is equal to 0. And how can you move it? Answer is you just make a strike it with a hammer. Let us say you have a hammer in your hand. You can strike it from right side and it will start moving like this. It will go like this and then it will come back. So this is the meaning of theta is equal to 0. Whenever theta is equal to 0, please remember, then x will always be equal to a sine omega t. A sine omega t represents a pendulum starting from mean position, and whenever a pendulum will start from mean position, since it has to move, it has to go somewhere. So therefore at the in this case its velocity cannot be 0. So at mean position x is obviously 0, a is 0, but v is not 0. So what will happen if I put omega t is equal to pi by 2? Let us see now. When omega t is pi by, let us say you do it, let us do it for pi by 4 for the time being. Then you will see x will be equal to a into 1 by root 2 and v will be equal to a omega into 1 by root 2 and a will be equal to minus a omega square into 1 by root 2. So both of these are positive. It means x is directed toward right side, v is directed toward right side, but a is directed toward left side because a is negative. Its meaning is that suppose this is my extreme position E1, its meaning is that when it is going toward the right side, let us say this angle is 45 degree, let us say this angle is 45 degree, then this 45 degree, at this 45 degree angle, its position, because it is to the right side of this, so it is positive, it is moving to the right side, that is why velocity is positive, x is positive, but this motion is retarded, so its velocity will be maximum here, and as it goes away from the mean position, velocity will decrease because acceleration is negative, rather it is a deceleration. So this acceleration is directed toward mean position. So if you have any doubt, please ask me, otherwise I will add new page. Please tell me if you have any doubt. So now if we put omega t is equal to pi by 2, then you will see that sine pi by 2, please remember it is 1. So therefore x will be equal to a, v will be equal to 0 and a will be equal to minus a omega square. So the object will be at the right extreme, it will be at rest because velocity is 0, its position will be maximum from the equilibrium position and acceleration will be maximum but negative. It will be maximum but negative. So the object is at rest but it is being accelerated. So whenever an object is at rest and it is being accelerated and it is free to move, then it will start changing its direction. So this extreme is therefore a turning point. Such a point is called a turning point because the object will change its direction from this point onward. Is it okay, students? So let us now, okay students, so let us now describe the graph. Graphical description is like this. So this is x versus t graph. This is v versus t graph. This is a versus t graph. So x is actually a sine omega t. Instead of t, I will use omega t everywhere. So sine graph will be very simple. It will be like this. And v is actually a omega t. Sorry, it was a omega cos omega t. Now cos graph always starts from the this part. So let us say this value is omega a, so it will start doing like this. So this is actually, let me map it, sorry. This is omega t by 2. This will be this will be omega t will be here pi, here it will be 2 pi, and when it is pi, so and somewhere here it will be pi by 2. So when omega t is pi by 2, this will match to 0. Then it will go to negative. And acceleration, because a is equal to minus omega square a and sine omega t, so this graph will be negative sine graph. So it will start from here. So from this point x moved upward, but from this point a will move downward, and graph will be like this. So after that, this part will be completion of the cycle, and somewhere here we will have 3 pi by 2, and this will be like one completion, and this will be one complete cycle. So you can see this is one from here to here, one cycle of position, velocity and acceleration has been described. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Is this clear to you? Please tell me. So then we have this variation of kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy of SHM, simple harmonic motion. Now we know that we have this answer. Now for the time, please remember it is difficult to start smooth vibrational motion from mean position, because I have given the example of striking with a hammer. When you will strike it with a hammer, then it may happen that the currents will be produced. Currents means randomness will be produced. So the motion may not be completely smooth. So it is very difficult to start a smooth vibrational motion from mean position experimentally. Experimentally, it is not easy. Experimentally, it's not easy, but it is very easy. But it is very easy to start smooth motion or jerk-free motion, smooth or jerk-free motion experimentally by moving object to extreme position and then releasing it. So if we have a pendulum like this, instead of starting the position motion from mean position, someone can move this bob to this position, extreme position, or you can move to the left hand side position. So, and if you release it, then it will move smoothly. in this direction. If you release here, it will move smoothly in this direction. So please see, its initial motion will be toward the right hand side. So the equation of will be here, x is equal to a cos omega t, and the equation here it will be x is equal to minus a cos omega t. Why minus here? Because at the time of releasing it will start moving to the left hand side, so this will be, x will be decreasing. In this case you are moving toward the right hand side, and right hand side motion is positive and left hand side direction is negative. Similarly, if you start a pendulum from mean position, let us say like this, and you start the motion by striking the hammer, and you strike the hammer in such a way that moves in this direction, then the equation will be x is equal to a sine omega t. But if you strike the hammer at mean position, and this will be this is released, this is not released, this is called projecting or launching. So you are projecting the object. So if it if you strike a hammer in this direction, so x will be equal to minus a sine omega t. So these are the various equations of simple harmonic motion. The two equations are for extreme position and two equations are for mean position. Although theoretically all these four are okay, but practically this one, let me change the ink color, practically this is more easy to create. So this is a practically easy to start. So most of the times if you see various books, the equation of SHM most of the times is written by x is equal to a cos omega t. So this is a question that you should remember. Why x is equal to a sine omega t is not written in most of the books? The answer is this one. If you are convinced with it, tell me and I will move to the new page. हेलो हेलो, हाँ जी बोलिए। हाँ चल रहा है मैडम, हाँ जी। नहीं 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 मैडम, मैंने नहीं लेना, मेरे से यहाँ पे सैलरी नहीं मिल रही पूरी। नहीं, थैंक यू मैडम, थैंक यू, ओके ओके ओके। So what we prefer practically, we prefer to keep theta is equal to pi by 2. If we keep theta equal to pi by 2, you know that sine 90 plus theta is cos theta. Then x will be a cos theta. So this is good for us. This is practical. Sorry, it will not be a cos theta. It will be, let me correct it. So it will be a cos omega t. You can find velocity and acceleration very easily by just taking derivatives. So this is theoretically as well as practically, we have no problem in dealing theoretically with the sine and cosine. So theoretically both are okay, but this is theoretically as well as practically okay. Sorry, I ticked here, this was not practically okay. So it is always the preferred equation for a person who is teaching physics, that a cos omega t should be there. So let me now stick to it. Let us now find the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is actually half mv square. So that will be equal to half mv, we have already found. So it will be a square omega square, and it will be cos square omega t plus theta. So we have a formula. This is cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Is this correct? Please tell me. So I am going to use it. So this will become 1 by 4 m omega square a square into, it will become 1 plus cos of 2 omega t plus 2 theta. So please tell me, what do you learn from this? What is the frequency of kinetic energy?
Sir,
Please.
2 omega t.
No, 2 omega. You will not be telling t. The frequency of x was omega.
2 omega, sir, twice.
Twice. It means if let us say simple harmonic motion repeats its values, let us say once in 5 seconds, then in these 5 seconds kinetic energy will repeat its values twice. Is it okay? So please remember, frequency of kinetic energy of SHM is twice the frequency of SHM itself. So let us now do for potential energy, then total energy, then I will stop. So potential energy. So what is will be the formula for finite potential energy? Yes. So to find the formula for potential energy, you will see that the small amount of work done dW, it will be actually 0 to x. Integration of dW from 0 to x will be potential energy, because potential energy is the energy to stretch the spring. Is it okay? So it will be given by, so it will be if you see this, it will be f dx and 0 to x with minus sign. Why? Because we know that F was equal to restoring force, and to stretch the spring we have to apply force, and restoring force is always equal to negative of applied force. So applied force will be therefore minus F. So it was F dx, so it will be, F was actually ma, it will be integration 0 to a m a, is it okay, and dx. And if you solve this equation, I will leave it for you, it will be 1 by 4 m omega square a square into 1 minus cos of 2 omega t plus 2 theta. So you can see frequency of potential energy is also 2 omega. What should be total energy? So let me change the pen color. I am not interested in moving to the new page. I can use this place for total energy. How to find total energy? Because we have less time. So total energy is actually, I will use the symbol E for it. It will be sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. When you add, you can see this factor is with minus sign in potential energy, it is with plus sign in kinetic energy, and when you add, then you will get 1 by 2 m omega square a square, because this 1 plus 1, it will be 2, and we have 1 by 4 outside, it will become 1 by 2. So what is the frequency of total energy? Please tell me, what is the frequency of total energy? Answer is 0. So it means it remains constant. Frequency is 0. It means total energy remains constant with the time. So conclusion of today's lecture is that in case of SHM, x, v, a, x, that is position, x, that is position, velocity, that is v, then a, then kinetic energy and potential energy all vibrate. All these things, they oscillate. Instead of vibration, I will use the word oscillation, but total energy does not oscillate, it remains constant. So I hope you will enjoy today's lecture. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
सर एक चीज पूछनी थी